The Ghana Armed Forces announced recruitment and enlistment processes about a month ago, November 2025. All potential applicants were duly notified to appear at their chosen regional recruitment centers. The Speaker, in fairness, as well as to ensure a stampede occurred who were direct casualties, some of whom are potential recruits, and others, Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, are not related to the enlistment at all. The Speaker, out of these 34 casualties, they are the ICU. Right, Honorable Speaker, 12 are fairly critical. The Speaker, the rest are stable and under observation. Additionally, there's a reported case of one person hospital. In light of this development, the Ministry of Defense has halted the recruitment process in Accra until further notice. I wish to assure honorable members that the Ministry of Defense deeply mourns the loss of life and extend condolences to the affected families. We are working closely with the Ghana Armed Forces, medical teams, and law enforcement agencies to provide full support to the injured and to investigate the circumstances that led to this tragedy. Mr. Speaker, as a result, the Ghana Armed Forces has instituted an internal board. Safety and dignity of applicants remains paramount, and the ministry will take every step necessary to prevent reoccurrence of this matter. Mr. Speaker, I so submit.
Honourable members, we will continue with the comments and add
my sympathies to the bereaved families and also to the Ghana Armed Forces for such an event. Mr. Speaker, I believe that a lot of us have spoken on this matter, and I believe that it is time that our planning processes change for the recruitment of our young men into the national and the Ghana Armed Forces. Mr. Speaker, this is not the first time we've heard of stampedes for this recruitment. And this one, the grassroots, all the way to the constituencies. Mr. Speaker, this business of registration, all are new, all the time, should also stop. I believe that when there's no point, Mr. Speaker, putting over 10,000 people or 5,000 people at a point, at just one point. There's no point. We can do it over a week and do, say, 1,000 at a time, 1,000 at a time, 1,000 at a time. So even though we are there to actually recruit people, we actually be transmitting diseases to other persons. And I believe that do not look or seem as if we are punishing our young people. I mean, why is it that people want to serve these Ghana Armed Forces or the police, whatever? I always put under pressure. They are young people. We should learn. Mr. Speaker, this also goes further to the issue about decent jobs for our young people. If over 30,000 people are trying to get into the Ghana Armed Forces, which might have just about 4,000 to address the issue of employment, government positions, it's just about 5% only, should be about the universities and start telling them that start looking to do something for yourself. I believe that it is time that we start doing that education right from primary school, so that by the time they get into secondary school, they've accustomed to the idea to employ everybody under 24-hour economy, 1 job, 3 shifts, and 3 people. So people were looking up to the opportunity of getting employment. The MPP at that time also promised 4 million jobs for the young people.
Make
Mr.
sure
Speaker, I'm not
don't generate debate. Because where
Speaker,
you are going
debate. I was talking about decent jobs.
Honourable member, you have to listen to me inside very simple guidance. You may go on.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the guidance. And naturally, Mr. Speaker, the House, to the fact that we need to work together, just position that the MPP said. How can you sit down and say, where do we draw the lines and where do we fix it? So that we can give opportunities to our young people to work. Because, Mr. Speaker, when more young people, prosperity for all Ghanaians, find new ways of making sure that every young person is occupied. Because if you don't get them occupied and always looking at what it creates a lot of frustration for our young people in this country. And I believe that since we are seeing this as a turning point, I would like to request the President to take the bull by the horn, since he is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. In the same way he has taken matters and stopped the work, he should also take responsibility for what has happened today and make sure that it doesn't happen again in this country. With these few words, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to comment on this statement. First of all, I would want to congratulate the makers of this statement and also to extend my heartfelt sympathies to the families involved. I ask that we depoliticize this situation as much as possible. First of all, Mr. Speaker, I'm extremely disappointed in the armed forces. This is an entity, I think they failed. When it comes to the security agencies, I don't think that we can let them go off risk assessment. They would have to let us know the implications and what they did before, because, Mr. Speaker, there's a surge, especially after elections. And therefore, what were they anticipating and what measures did they put in place? I'm happy also to hear that the other regions are going on very well. And therefore, it means that use of screening. Now, I think that Ghana Armed Forces also failed to do anything to do with this, because you are going to a field on a course that borders on public health issues, and I doubt if they have some sort of partnership with them. Mr. Speaker, again, in the House, when it gets to even budget, it has a mandate to take care of all health institutions. But because these are quasi-size, today, if you ask for a briefing on the situation of the health status of those who are admitted, it will have to come from the Minister of Defense, who is not so strong at the issues of health. So, Mr. Speaker, I think on this is acting defense and finance, but we can't have one ministry, a casualty at the start of the year, and then also to bring a defense minister. I humbly submit to the acting defense minister that, Minister, maybe in the compensation measure, we may want to look at the families involved graciously. There's nothing that you do that would appease them, but there is a way to get families have a sense of belonging and government being there for them. For those who died, for those who had some injuries, if there's a way that you can see them through and have a family to have some sort of replacement, the good people of this country will be extremely grateful. So, Mr. Speaker, I'll be very happy if the Minister of Defense will let us know in the other regions going forward what sort of measures are in place, that if any of this should happen at that places, and there is hope for the Ghanaian. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to add some comments to the statement ably made by my three colleagues, the Honorable Acting Minister of Defense, Honorable Dr. Atuban Fossen, Honorable Adam Bana, and Majority Leader and important state, how important we are taking this. Let the optics be right. I was so sad when the heckling was gradually becoming noisy. And Mr. Speaker, thank you for bringing us back on track. We are mourning, and we should demonstrate to the Ghanaian people that we are very sad, and this should never happen again. Right, Honorable Speaker, let me convey my condolences to the bereaved families. Lives so young and lost too quickly. It is very sad. 9 p.m. yesterday night, people were, and their dream is to wear the green uniform to serve Mother Ghana. What happened is quite unfortunate. Mr. Speaker, that for recruitment, 22,000 people at the, so I have a better record. The last time the police recruited, if you go to the police training school, over 4,000 people were handled in a day. How was it happening? At 6 o'clock, 500 people were invited. 8 o'clock in the morning, another 500. Within 2-hour interval, people were invited on a daily basis. Gradually, you can deal with 2,000 people in a day without seeing a crowd. All surprised that the crowd I want to plead, and I thank the minister. Let's caution all other commanders. But what happened in Accra, as much as we are halting it, we appreciate it and we support the move, and gradually we will learn from best practices, and this recruitment exercise will still be very smooth. The numbers that are coming in the other security sector should not threaten us, because this is the best practice that we are learning, and I'm sure that when the police begin, or when the immigration starts, or when fire service comes on board, or when the prisons are recruited.
I am very grateful. The Speaker, I rise to comment on this statement as a young Ghanaian. The Speaker, as a young man that is, the Speaker, as a young man that is seeing the challenges that is confronting this country. The Speaker, to all challenges that is confronting this country. The Speaker, to also join in professing some. Speaker, these young Ghanaians left their various houses with some dreams. The Speaker, the dream of serving their nation. But this dream, the Speaker, end up taking their lives. Their hopes were lost, and their dreams, Mr. Speaker, were shattered. Speaker, this is as a result of some recruitment failures we have all looked upon from time. You will be surprised how every young man, as soon as they complete secondary school, because the only thing they are looking forward to is to join the Ghana Armed Forces, join police, or join National Fire Service, or immigration. Mr. Speaker, the of jobs that are facing the young people of this country. Mr. Speaker, if it will surprise you to know that year in, year out, about 20 of thousands of Ghanaians buy forms only for the services to recruit less than 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000. About 5 or 10% of these Ghanaians, Mr. Speaker, yet they queue in their numbers, go through frustration in this country, all in the name of serving their good people or serving their country. Mr. Speaker, it is time that we look at our processes. Mr. Speaker, we must, as a country, begin to look at a comprehensive digitization system that will help us recruit our young men without can be digitized. Mr. Speaker, again, we must look at, we may all, the set in that figures, there are opportunities that are given to some Ghanaians, and some Ghanaians are also not having some of these opportunities. Mr. Speaker, that is how we must look at this situation. How we will distribute opportunities equitable to every Ghanaian in this country. Mr. Speaker, one of the speakers of this, or the makers of the statement, my good friend, El-Wak, the Speaker, called for accountability. The Speaker, I am not just looking at accountability. Speaker, I'm looking at an overhaul of the system so that we may not, people that are confirmed dead, the Speaker, mourning the loss of people or the family members that are going out there to give, I will crave and beg. We recruit, how we give opportunities to our young people in this country, and we look at how the system will be managed without repeating. Some people would want to serve with. The Speaker, with these few words, I want to commend the maker of the statement for the urgent need or the urgent timing that you brought the statement. Honorable Frank Wabna Nodompre and my good friend Edem Agbana and the minister as well for swiftly responding to this matter. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Most respected institutions of state and the leaders and personnel of the Ministry of Defense have constantly been rated. This is an institution that we revere. And in fact, my own story shows that because of my reverence and the commitment to serve, in 1977, I went there for enlistment, not recruitment. enlistment. Honorable members, please, may I have your ears? I went there for enlistment. That time, we were not looking for employment. It was not looking for employment. We're going to serve as men. There are no women in the military. They are all men. And it was so smooth at that time. I was deselected. Yes, and they told me, so this is an opportunity for us to rethink about the whole process of enlistment, recruitment head on. The current president was present. That time he was vice president. He was president when I was offered. I declined. It's an institution that we all revere. They do. They decide not to sleep like the police so that we can sleep. I will direct our committee to follow up on the process. And then also of appointing a substantive who will come. What prevents this country from having a continuous recruitment or enlistment process? We don't have to wait so that you can accumulate so many people and they have to rush to try and get recognition and end up not living. On defense interior, please follow up on this matter. And later on, leaders, you can program it, and we will share information because it's something that is already being debated by civil society, and there are a lot of proposals. They will give us the reasons why those proposals, the future may even be more terrifying than what we've experienced today. So I want to, on behalf of the House, humbly convey the families of the deceased. The House prays for the speedy healing and recovery of the injured. And we also, the leadership, we thank sincerely the health personnel, together with the ambulance service and all those that have rushed to at least attend to the injured and the deceased. Please me so that we can visit the injured. I'm told they are at the 37 Military Hospital, so that the House will go and see what the situation is for the souls of our departed. Honorable members, may the souls our young and patriotic sons and daughters, and those of all the faithful departed, rest in perfect peace. Amen. Yes, Majority Leader. I wanted to vary the order of business again and to let us take some items before I lead the leadership to the hospital. My Deputy Speaker will take over the chair. You are on your feet.
I don't know if your plan to vary the business is to take what I'm hoping. Wanted to lay the report of the Appointments Committee on the nomination of Justice Paul Bafo Boni, which is item number 1 on the...
Yes, minority friend bench.
Mr. Speaker, we had a meeting and the understanding was that the paper be laid today so that we take the report tomorrow. So, Mr. Speaker, to the extent that that is being pursued, I am not opposed to same.
Well, I was not part of the discussion, but I thought tomorrow would be too busy. And if you are minded, this is a serious matter, take it tomorrow.
Mr. Speaker, I don't mind Friday. I don't mind the Friday.
Mr. Speaker, we want to take it tomorrow. We've discussed among ourselves and we have agreed that we should take it tomorrow. This side is ready to take it tomorrow. So I urge you, Mr. Speaker, to allow us to take it tomorrow.
To vary the commencement of sitting tomorrow. Because if we are to start sitting at 2, some take more than that. And if you want us to start in the morning, yes, Majority Leader, yes.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I think 12 noon should do. 12 noon should do.
Is that consensus?
I think leadership should further engage on this matter because there was an earlier communication process. We, for instance, have scheduled a meeting at 11 where we got a prior notification that tomorrow's presentation will start at 2. We should take that into consideration. Because that communication came out earlier that we were going to, you cannot decide on your own, you have to consult us.
Mr. Speaker, it works for us. We can shift the business committee meeting to an earlier time. We always engage to agree on the time for business committee sitting. The clerks consult us. So because we're a smaller number, it's easier to shift it to an earlier time. So, Mr. Speaker, we'll take the report on the nomination tomorrow, and then we can also take the budget statement tomorrow.
Honorable members, the understanding is that 12 noon, we will take the motion, which is about, the paper is about to be laid. The rest, leadership will discuss and fix the rest of the items for tomorrow. Yes, please.
Mr. Speaker, I think that matter is settled. Mr. Speaker, I can see that you did indicate that you might leave us to 37. And I wanted to draw your attention to you that you still occupy the chair whilst I do the needful, Mr. Speaker.